Welcome back. So let's quickly set out some road signs for you for the reading ahead, shall we? Be on the lookout. I think chapter 20 may be one of the most important chapters of the book. Much like the confrontation between the Doctor and Billy Bones in chapter 1, in chapter 20, you're going to have a confrontation between Captain Smollett and Long John Silver. In fact, Jim mentions in the chapter that it is like watching a play to watch them because it's so intense. It's a power struggle for the ages. So watch to see during that chapter who holds on to authority or power and whose power or authority diminishes. Okay, it's a very important chapter. Chapter 21 is another important chapter. It's nearly the entire chapter is a battle scene. And you're going to need to slow down and really read it to understand it. Kind of try to think who is where, what's going on, try to picture it as you read. It's an intense battle scene. It's fun to read, but you do need to sort of slow down to be able to process it. Okay? Chapter 22 through 27 is Jim's second folly. Yes, indeed. Jim is going to go off again on his own. There's quite a bit of sailor speak in these chapters, but if you've been studying your vocabulary, I dare say that you will not have too hard a time with it. They'll be on board ship for quite a while, and so some of the ship lingo will come in handy. And then by the time you're in chapter 28, notice at the end of chapter 28 whose side Silver says he's on now, and think, why is it that Silver changes sides? Then chapter 30, Dr. Livesey and Jim are going to meet and have a discussion, and Dr. Livesey is going to tell Jim to do something, and Jim is going to make a decision based not on what's best for himself, but based on what he knows the doctor, the squire, and the captain would do. Mark that, circle it, think about it. What does it tell you about Jim? Okay? And then the rest of the book goes pretty quickly. Chapters 31 through 33, pay attention to Silver. Keep track of Long John Silver. Keep track of whose side he's on. He's going to go back and forth. He's on the pirate side. He's on Jim's side. He's on the squire's side. He's on the pirate side. What do you learn about him throughout that section? And then chapter 4, not going to tell you how the whole thing ends, but think about how in the end, does what they find change them? Or does their character determine who they are, no matter what? And then answer the question for yourself, was it worth it? Okay. All right, that should help you a little bit as you read through this week's assignment. The reading is very much action-packed, quite an adventure, so have a great week. And I will meet you back here next week in the Red Couch Reading Room.